But yeah, so I went to this club, took the picture, met this guy, got in the meeting. Boom, boom, boom. He told me he did music. I told him I love writing. So I always was a writer since I was little. And long story short, I did my first song. And then 3 years later, I met some new people who was not really a good decision in the end. But you live and you learn. Every artist goes through their first experience of taking an L, which is not a loss, it's a lesson. And I went through all of that and shit, and then I'm still like, that's my day one. So the photographer that I met in 118 Lounge, I started doing music with him, and he was the only person besides Cito on the beat who wanted to work with me. And nobody else wanted to work with me. Nobody else took it serious that I wanted to do music and stuff. So I started chilling in the studio with Above, doing music with Above. And how I started doing music was, I always used to write. And I'm not the best singer, but I could carry a little tone or two. And I fucking, I did a song. I ain't really like how it sound. I was like, yeah, I think I need some vocal training. I think I need to start doing warm-ups and all of that. But because I was a smoker, that held me back too. So this is just a little inspirational story for y'all. That's the purpose of this story, is to inspire y'all. So from that day that I met that photographer, his name is @OfficialAbove, and he's still my day one, and I still record with him to this day and do music. So shout out to OfficialAbove, you my day one, and I love you forever. I'm always gonna love you forever. But nah, so from there, I started doing music. I started rapping in the studio. The guys in the studio would crack jokes on each other, rapping, doing ciphers. We would watch the Queen of the Ring. I would make them watch that with me, and I would watch all the Queen of the Ring and, watch battles and all of that stuff. And I started cracking on them too. I started just joining in the cipher. And eventually, I kept doing music. And then I was on set of a video shoot one day, and I was actually not signed to the indie label yet, but I was about to sign. We were trying to come up with a hit song for me, and I was singing back and forth, Once Upon a Time Not Long Ago, because Slick Rick was playing all day. And so I started singing that, Once Upon a Time Not Long Ago. And then it just came out, being funny, being myself. I was a hoe. And somebody turned to me and said, and you admitted it. And that's when I said, I won't take it back, because I did this shit. I was a hoe. And literally, I put those words in my notes. And then we, went from there and created the record Once Upon a Time. And then Self heard the record. Self loved the record. He went crazy. Please, let me play it. So started playing it on the radio. A couple months later, we had to take it off the radio because I got casted for Love and Hip Hop New York with DJ Self. So with that being said, that's my inspirational story for you guys, is that, I used to shake my ass. I used to sell drinks behind a bar too. I was out here trying to get it too. So look at me now. You feel me? I just kept going with it. Again, I would have never thought that I would be making a living and living off something I really enjoy and I love to do. And that's why I always say music, it really saved my life. It saved me from, there was a two-way street. And it was I could have went down the one street and I could have been real fucked up in the game. Because people who go through things tend to use their past and the things that they've gone through as an excuse as to why they feel their success or them getting to the next level is, being hindered. Me, for example, my mom, what I've been through with her, sometimes it makes me feel like I just have everything on my shoulders. But luckily I have people like my sister and my aunt and my stepmom and my dad and my brothers, to uplift me and to make me feel like everything is going to be okay. And it always is. And that's why God is good. And everybody should always, always, always trust me when I say, if you want to do something in life, you got to put your all into it. The one thing that I've learned is that it costs to make. It costs to make. So a lot of artists out here, like, they don't have it like that. And I completely understand, like, because I was there at one point. I was dead shaking my ass to pay for sessions, like, dead ass. Like, I didn't care. I used to hate going to work and being a go-go dancer or bartending. I used to hate that shit, to have to sit there and act like I like you just so you could throw some money on me. Like, that's corny to me, you feel me? So I'm not, like, I didn't really last too long. And I kept telling, I was one of those girls who told myself, like, I'm gonna dance, but I'm not gonna do this shit forever. I'm not. You know how many females I've met who were dancing when I started dancing? And I started dancing when I was like 19 years old. 19 years old, I started dancing. And them same girls that I used to have those conversations with, like, I'm not gonna be doing this forever, are still doing this. Like, some of them I run into and I see them and I'm so proud of them, because I'm like, yo, you did it. Like, you got out of it. They're mothers now, and you know what I'm saying, and they work real jobs and shit like that. But luckily for me, I think a different type of way, and I'm on some shit like, when I say something, I want to make sure that I live up to that I do that I exceed the expectations that people set for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you have expectations that you set for yourself, which should always be at the highest level. But then you have people who, like, prejudge you, one, and then they have this perception in their head of you that you're this person, and you can't tell them that you're not this person. Like, so my message to y'all with my fucked up ass wig right now is that follow your dreams. And like I always say, reach for the stars. Life is too short. I've lost 3 people this year. January, February, March, April, May. We've lived 5 months in 2018, and I've lost 3 people very close to me. Not just, you know, people I knew or people who was an associate. People I love, people who were my family. Like, so you just gotta be grateful. Today, I want all of y'all to do me a favor and kiss your mother on her cheek. Give your father a hug. If you got a baby, hold your baby tight today for just a whole 60 seconds. Tell your baby you love them, or your children that you love them. Pick your kids up from school today and ask them how their day was. Oh, it's Sunday, my bad. There's no school today. Your kids are probably up making a mess in your house right now, or you probably taking them out somewhere because it's beautiful weather. So I hope that's what's going on. So do me a favor and hug your kids. Hug your mom, hug your sister, hug your brother. Tell them you love them today. Even if you just mad random, call your mother right now, call your sister right now, look at your baby right now and tell them that you love them. Remind them that you love them today. Even if it's just randomly. You know, you got to really think about how much time you really have with someone. And you know why you can't think about that? Because you don't know. You don't know what can happen in a split second, or tomorrow, or in a month, or in 6 months, or in a year or 2. So with that being said, you know, just be positive and just know that you can live your dreams. You can live your best life, as you know we all say nowadays. Oh, I'm living my best life. Oh, I'm living my best life. Live your best life, sis. Live your best life, bro. And remind the people that you love every day that you love them. Okay? Because you don't know when the last time you're going to be able to tell them that you love them. And you might not get to tell them that you love them. So remember that. And just remember that. Don't be so consumed by everything that's going on around you. Do not let social media and everyday life bring you down. Don't let people get to you. I'm really learning this shit, bro. Like, I'm really trying to master the art of controlling shit, because I can be very angry sometimes. I've been very angry at times, and I don't want to be that person. So if you don't want to be that person no more, take the first step into trying to change And I want y'all to know that God is good and he is listening even when you think he's not. I love y'all. Everybody have a super blessed day. And like I said, right now, if you don't do anything, go tell your loved ones that you love them.